The map's looking pretty good right now as we enter episode 7 of College Football and Imperialism. If you haven't seen the first 6 episodes, click off, go back, go watch those, then come back here. But for now, we've got episode 7. A lot has happened. We've got 68 teams remaining. We've got 65 more games to play. Western Michigan is selected to play in their second game. They beat Eastern Michigan in their first attempt. Looks like they're gonna head northwest here. They'll be playing at Michigan State. A little bit of a Michigan in-state sort of rivalry. I don't know how much that's really considered a rivalry or if they really ever play, but I guess we'll see if there's a rivalry trophy that pops up. No. Both teams are the same overall at an 80. Western's offense is better than MSU's, but MSU's defense is a little bit better. So this could actually end up being a good game. Wasn't that long ago when Michigan State was elite.
Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, where there's a school that's known to all. Its specialty is winning. Boy, do they hope the Spartans play good ball. East Lansing ready for this showdown in homestanding Michigan.
Here we go. Michigan State starts out the field goal. They have a 10-0 lead, now a 10-7 lead over Western. Western takes the lead by 4, now up 21-10. MSU cuts it to an 8-point lead, 21-13 in the fourth quarter. Western Michigan extends their lead a couple of times. Close game, but the Western Michigan Broncos went on the road and took down MSU. Wow. 200 receiving yards for Kenneth Womack and 3 tutties. That's crazy. Wow. 35-27. Western Michigan kind of beating up on some of their other in-state teams. Can I get my taskbar to pop up, please? Brown goes north to take out this gnarly lime green, maybe neon green. Broncos are looking pretty good right now. They're looking pretty good. Down to 3 teams in the entire state of Michigan. Western Michigan stays on the wheel, and Michigan State is eliminated. 67 to go. Louisiana Tech is next. Okay. We have not seen them play. They're down here. There are a bunch of good teams that could play. And then there's ULM. Oh. It looks like they're going to head to College Station and take on A&M. Wow. Okay. La Tech at A&M. A&M is my team. I'm not going to do any like pulling strings or anything, but A&M's my team. They're an 88 overall. La Tech is a 76 overall. We'll see how it goes. First game of Imperialism this year for both teams. Let's take a look at the run out, the tunnel. There's Miss Rev.
We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA
All right. Game 2 of the episode. A&M an early 3-0, now 10-0 lead over La Tech. 17-0. 20-0. 27-7. 30-7 at halftime. 33-7. There's just no stopping them. 47-14. Put the backups in.
Well, they say you
Final
win a few, you
score
lose a few, and some get
47-14.
rained out.
A&M
Would have
beats
been good for
Louisiana
this team
Tech.
if this one had gotten rained out
Pretty
because
much
they
dominated.
lost badly.
La Tech a
Yeah,
lot
not a
lower
lot to be
overall.
too proud about in this one here. Good news is
My Xbox app got an update, so I think it's screwing up my taskbar. Did not really expect Maroon to head out to the east first before it went west. But here we are. Looking pretty good, but it does open A&M up to playing Arkansas and LSU. Maybe they could have played LSU, I don't know. Anyway, Louisiana Tech decided to go on the road to try to take down the Aggies. They are massively unsuccessful. Okie State will be the next team to play. They have not played in a game yet. They're surrounded by a bunch of really good teams, and then also Tulsa. Looks like they're going to head north and slightly to the east. I don't think it'll be east enough to get them away from playing Kansas State, though. We'll have Oklahoma State at Kansas State. Nice little Big 12 matchup. I believe it's turned into sort of a rivalry as the two have emerged as kind of the dominant two teams in the conference. At least I would say.
You might not know the word EMAW, but they do in Manhattan, Kansas. It means every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child is a Wildcat and loves Kansas State. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Paul.
Cool little intro there. Here we go. No score after the first quarter. Both teams score touchdowns in the second. Oklahoma State a 21-10 lead at halftime. Now 28-10 going to the fourth. Can Kansas State come back? They do score a touchdown. I think it's going to be too little too late from them. They cut it to a 7-point lead, but they're going to lose 31-24. Pokes able to go on the road and get it done. Looking good, Oklahoma State. Looking good. Alright. They will stand the wheel, and KSU sadly eliminated. I would like to root for Kansas State. But Nevada? Oh, wow. Nevada's going to play. Nevada. They're awful. There are a bunch of teams they could play. They're going to head almost due south, so that'll take them to Fresno. because Fresno did take down UNLV. FSU, Fresno State University, is an 80 overall, and Nevada, they're a 76 overall. A little bit of Mountain West action here. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I was considering rebuilding Fresno. They just had too much recent success.
Home of the Fresno State Bulldogs, whose team mantra is anytime, any place, any team. It's always going to be.
Nothing much happening in the first quarter. Fresno State touchdown. Nevada trying to tie it up. They take a lead 13-7. 2 field goals and a touchdown. 13-7 is the halftime score. But Nevada comes out at halftime, scoring again. Fresno taking an 8-point lead, now an 11-point lead, 27-16. Completely dominated there in the second half, scoring 20 points to take them to a 27-16 victory. Very cool. Bulldog Blues going north. They've got the entire state of Nevada now. That's pretty cool. As well as their home territory of Fresno Valley area. Nevada's off the wheel. They're lost. Boo-hoo. Florida's next. Florida's played a couple games. There are a bunch of pretty solid teams that could play up north. That could also play Miami down south. And no, they're going to keep going north. This arrow will take them, I believe, to Charlotte. That'll definitely be Charlotte. Charlotte took down Georgia in the last video. If you didn't see that. At home in triple OT, the Niners beat Georgia. Now we're going to have Florida playing at Charlotte. We'll see how the 49ers can fare. They're a 77 overall. Florida's an 85 overall. I believe Charlotte has one of the smallest stadiums in FBS. They're also a pretty new program.
What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college.
Can we see another Charlotte victory? They're down by 4 points. Florida up by 7 now. Charlotte ties it up 10-all at halftime. Up by a touchdown. Florida ties it 17 each. Not too much going on. Florida with a field goal. Charlotte with a touchdown. And oh my gosh, Charlotte pulled off another big upset over an SEC school. 24-20. Oh my goodness. Almost a 90% completion rate from Max Brown, the sophomore QB for the Niners. All right, Charlotte, I see you. 24-20 victory over Florida. Wow. That's that's really funny. How many games? I think they've played in 2 games, and it's got them this much land. And they took down 2 SEC powerhouses. That's crazy. I don't have a lot of words for that. Fire Sunbelt Billy, I guess. Baylor's gonna play their first game. They're probably gonna play SMU, but maybe they'll play A&M. Yeah, that'll be SMU. Going from the Baylor logo. Northwest still with that SMU, TCU, DFW area. They'll be playing the Mustangs at Gerald G. Ford. SMU's an 85 overall. They're pretty respectable. Baylor, I'm gonna guess an 83. 82. Okay.
Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU.
Did they have the renovations done in this rendering of the stadium? I think they do. Not too up to date on SMU stadium renovations, but it looks like it in that other end zone. Ponies are up by 10 at halftime, 17-7. Now up by 13, going to the fourth. Baylor keeping it close, but the Mustangs able to finish it off, almost choked it. 23-21 win. Preston Stone, he's kind of a baller, frankly. At least from the stat lines I've seen in this game. SMU dominating the Texas scene. Their new ACC program. If I was in SMU's position, I would have taken the ACC spot. Like they did. I mean, kind of weird, but the whole sport's really weird right now. I don't really think it's going to get much better. Not until someone does something crazy about the NCAA. Anyway, SMU taking over more of Central Texas. Big win for them. Baylor's gone. Womp womp. Do not care for Baylor. Western Michigan, they're going to play again. They've already played once, so they'll play once more. They could go north, play Central Michigan or UM. They could go south and play Notre Dame or maybe Toledo. There's not really... I'm not going to let them jump this lake here. I try not to go over bodies of water. They're going to try to do it anyway. Nope, can't do that. I don't like to go over the bodies of water. That spin will take them north to Central Michigan. Weird sentence. Western Michigan, who's in the south, is going to go north to play Central Michigan. This is part of a rivalry between the Chips, the Broncos, and Eastern Michigan. Battle for the Michigan MAC. Western's already got 1 win in this Imperialism. They beat Eastern. So this is really for the whole thing.
Welcome to Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and the home of the Central Michigan Chippewas, and it looks as if we are due for a full...
Nice little stadium here at Central Michigan. I like it. Definitely some renovations since the last game came out. First time I'm seeing their stadium. All tied up at 14 apiece at halftime. Western takes a 7-point lead. Now 14-point lead now in the fourth quarter. 28-14, 35-14. It looks like the Broncos are going to walk away with a nice victory, as well as the battle for the Michigan Mac Trophy. Good for them. They've knocked out every other Michigan team except for the Wolverines. 55th series win for Western. Wow. The guy Jalen Buckley had 3 touchdowns.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able.
42-21 final score at CMU. Good old Michigan's just got the thumb of the state, if you look at it as an oven mitt. I really like this Western Michigan logo, but it's not their newest one, which is surprising because it looks pretty nice and pretty new. But no, it's one of their older ones. Their new one is just the yellow W in the brown circle with the yellow outline. Super duper boring. But this logo looks good. That's why I chose it. Oh, also cannot forget the UP. Cannot forget the UP. The UP was run by Central Michigan. Now it is Bronco country. There we go. So Western stays on the wheel yet again, and Central Michigan is going to be eliminated. I am going to have to cut this episode a little bit short. I'll play one more game, but I'm only going to be able to get through 8 today. I got some personal stuff to get to. But we'll be back tomorrow with 10, 12 as usual. So the final spin for today, we have Southern Miss. I don't think they've played yet. They're bordering 3 SEC schools, ULM, and South Alabama. They are going to try to play the Gulf of Mexico. Not really an option right now. Really just trying to avoid what could be their downfall. Instead, they're going to head directly north and play Mississippi State, who took down UAB in the last episode, I think. Weird. But we'll have the Golden Eagles playing at MSU. I think I said it last episode, but I do really like Miss State's helmets. Their script state is super cool. Golden Eagles are a 76 overall. MSU's an 80 overall. They beat them in just about every category. Statistically, on paper. We've got a game to play.
Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended.
Swimming to the end of the game. We have a massive scoreboard. I always forget about that. 7-7. It was 7-0, but Southern Miss got on the board with a touchdown. Now 10-7. Golden Eagles lead at halftime by a field goal. Mississippi State with a touchdown, making another one. 11-point lead. Cutting it to 8 is Southern Miss. Now a 3-point lead. Now you got a little bit hairy there. Got a little bit hairy there at the end. But Mississippi State does come out with a victory. 27-22. Blake Shapen leading them in that victory. We'll expand just slightly south. adjust this logo accordingly. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. That is the last game I'm going to play this episode. Southern Miss off the wheel. We're down to 60 teams. I'll try to go over everything that happened real quick. Fresno beat Nevada. Oklahoma State beat Kansas State. SMU beat Baylor. A&M beat Louisiana Tech. Miss State took down Southern Miss. Charlotte beat Florida. Western Michigan beat MSU and Central Michigan. I believe that is it for this episode. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, peace.